Have you ever been laughed at for working slowly while everyone else seemed to enjoy life without worries? Have you ever wondered if your small daily efforts even matter at all? Because sometimes, the people who look foolish today become the heroes tomorrow. Deep in a peaceful forest surrounded by mountains and rivers, there lived a young beaver named Leo. Unlike the other animals, Leo spent almost every day working. Every morning before sunrise, while the forest was still covered in mist, Leo walked quietly to the riverbank. With his small paws, he carried branches, pieces of wood, and stones one by one across the muddy ground. It was exhausting work. Some branches were twice his size. Sometimes he slipped into the cold water. Sometimes heavy rain soaked his fur and made him shiver. But no matter how difficult the day became, Leo always carried one more branch. The other animals didn't understand him. One warm afternoon, a fox stretched lazily under a tree and laughed as Leo dragged another stick past him. "Leo," the fox said with a grin, "you've been doing this for months. Look at that tiny pile. At this rate, you'll finish when you're old and gray." Nearby, a rabbit giggled. "You work too hard. Come enjoy the sunshine with us. Life is short." Even the raccoons mocked him. "Why prepare for problems that don't even exist yet?" one of them asked. But Leo simply smiled politely and continued toward the river. The truth was, Leo remembered something his father once told him when he was little. Small efforts repeated every day create something powerful. Never underestimate patient work. Those words stayed in Leo's heart. So while the other animals slept late, played games, or wasted their days arguing and showing off, Leo kept building. Day after day, stick after stick, stone after stone. Slowly, the pile beside the river began turning into something bigger. A strong dam. Summer passed, and the leaves slowly changed color. The air became colder. Many animals noticed the change, but nobody worried much about it. Winter had always been difficult, but they believed they would somehow survive like they always did. Then one night, everything changed. Dark clouds covered the sky. Powerful winds roared through the forest. Heavy rain crashed down for hours without stopping. The peaceful river became violent. Water rushed through the forest, destroying burrows and carrying away food supplies. Trees fell, nests collapsed. The animals panicked as freezing water flooded their homes. For the first time, fear spread through the entire forest. The fox who once laughed now stood trembling in the rain. "We need shelter," he shouted desperately. But there was nowhere to go. Then, through the storm, someone spotted Leo near the river. His dam stood strong against the rushing water. Behind it was a calm area protected from the flood. Nearby, Leo had carefully stored piles of wood, dry grass, and food he had gathered during the warm months. The animals stared in disbelief. While they had spent their days mocking him, Leo had quietly prepared for this very moment. One by one, the frightened animals approached him. The rabbit lowered his ears in shame. "We laughed at you, but you were wiser than all of us." Leo looked at them kindly. He could have refused to help them. He could have reminded them of every cruel word they had spoken. But instead, he smiled gently and said, "There is enough here for everyone." That night, Leo shared his food, his shelter, and his firewood with the entire forest. The animals stayed safe behind the dam while the storm continued outside. And during the long, cold winter, nobody went hungry. As the weeks passed, the animals began helping Leo every day. Together, they repaired homes, gathered supplies, and strengthened the dam even more. The fox, once lazy and careless, became one of the hardest workers in the forest. One evening, while snow slowly fell from the sky, the fox sat beside Leo and quietly asked, "How did you keep going when everyone laughed at you?" Leo looked at the frozen river and smiled. "Because important things take time," he answered. "And because I learned that discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when nobody understands you." Fox never forgot those words. And from that winter on, the forest changed forever. The animals stopped making fun of slow progress. They stopped waiting for disaster before preparing for the future. And they learned that success is not built in one giant moment. It is built through small actions repeated every single day. So if people laugh at your progress, if your dreams seem small, if your work feels invisible, keep going. Because one day, the results of your patience may not only change your life, they may save others too. If you enjoyed this story, Don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories with powerful life lessons. And leave a comment below. What is one small habit you want to stay consistent with in your own life?